What up, though, y'all? It's Chris. Appreciate you connecting with me while I'm out here on the run, getting things done. Let's hop right into it. I seen a sister. She said that she is in her 20s. She's like in her late 20s. She has no kids. She works out. And yeah, she was an attractive woman. But she cannot, for the life of her, get any black men to commit to marrying her, and she wants to know why that is. And she said, by me quoting her, the snow bunnies seem to have an easier time, so she needs them to help her out, give her some tips. How is she, or how are they, managing to get black men to commit to marrying them, and black women are not? Now, this was really interesting to me because why are you asking white women this question instead of black men? I mean, you have far more access to black men than you do white women usually. You've got black men in your family. You've got black men who you've dated. You've got black men, I'm sure, who are friends. So why aren't you asking any of them? Why are you asking white women that are strangers on the internet to help you out with this, to answer this question for you? And then, how is it that you're unable to come to any conclusion on your own? If you're an attractive woman, which she was, if you're fit, which she was, you have no children, that's a big thing, and you still can't get any men to marry you, no men are checking for you, there's obviously some things about you that are a turn off to men. Because I'm sure she's not having any trouble getting guys to bust her down. She's just having trouble getting guys to commit to her. Obviously, there's things about you that the men don't find desirable in a wife. But asking white women on the internet to chime in rather than just asking men is very strange to me. One of my good friends, he told me one time an ex came to him, and I kid you not, he said that she reached out and asked him what did she do in their relationship to mess things up, because there was some new guy that she liked and she didn't want to mess things up with him. So she wanted to know what things that she did in that relationship to mess things up so that she doesn't repeat them. Now, she ended up monkeying up that relationship too, but at least, I'll never take this away from her, at least she had the wherewithal to figure that there was a problem with her. Something with her had to have been an issue, because she probably lost other guys aside from my friend. And she saw the common denominator in all those relationships is her. So if you keep losing quality guys, there's got to be something internally going on with you. So she asked him, and he was honest. Like, I'll tell you if you really want to know. She really wanted to know. He told her. According to him, she took the critique very well. But yeah, she ended up monkeying up the next relationship and relationship after that or whatever. So she may have took the criticism in stride, but she really didn't apply it all that well. Nonetheless, why not ask any of your exes? I think that would be a better use of your time and energy, is to maybe, if you're on speaking terms, because I don't know, people be falling out and stuff, but if you've got a few exes, I'd say like 2, 3, 4 even, if you got a few exes who don't have you blocked because you was on some crazy ex type of stuff, and you can reach out to them, inbox them, text them out of nowhere, email them, whatever you got to do. Reach out to them and ask them. And I think Kevin Samuels had recommended this to one woman, said, ask your exes, what was it like being with you? Yeah, I think that's a good strategy. But a lot of women don't want to hear any sort of criticism whatsoever. They really don't want to critique. because it's taking accountability, and anything remotely close to accountability they want nothing to do with. That's not all women, obviously, but it does seem like the majority that's out here, they are like that. If it's not the majority, ladies, you are letting the ones that behave this way convey themselves as being the majority by not checking this sort of bad behavior when you see it. How many times has a woman seen one of her girlfriends on some BS, some toxic nonsense in a relationship, and didn't check her on it? Instead, you were feeding the delusion. She doing this and that. The guy don't want to be bothered with it. And instead of telling your girl that she was messing up, she was on some BS, you like, girl, it's his loss. So, I don't know. I don't think asking white women how it is that they're able to get black men to commit to them, rather than you asking black men how come you can't get them to commit to you, I just don't see how asking the white women would be the better option. But I, as a black man, I can tell you just generally, in a lot of cases, sisters are a bit too combative, a bit too much attitude, just a bit too disagreeable. In a lot of cases, sisters didn't have a father figure around who taught them how to get along with a man, how to, just exist with a man. You want a man that's a leader and a provider, but when you get that, and I've seen this, of course, you want to try to micromanage all of his decisions, and no man wants to do that. We talk about gender roles in terms of being a leader and a provider, but then when the man is trying to do that, you want to undermine his decision making. If you want a man that's a leader, you have to learn to be a follower. Another thing with sisters that this doesn't seem to be as much of an issue with other groups is the women aren't allergic to the word submissive. Only feminists in other groups hate the word submission. But it seems like more black women than not don't like the word submission and don't like the word feminine. And that's a serious problem. That's another reason why you're having a lot of guys that don't want to commit to you. Because if you are filled to the brim with masculine energy, that's going to turn a masculine man off. Men don't want masculine traits in their woman, at least not masculine men. You'll get a lot of these really wimpy guys raised by single moms that are used to watching a woman be in a dominating position, being in the being the voice of authority, position of authority, and they may be okay with that, but those aren't the guys that y'all want. Y'all call those guys mama's boys and all that sort of stuff. So those aren't the guys that you want. But unfortunately, those are the only type of guys that will be okay with you being disagreeable, masculine, argumentative. Masculine men typically don't want traits of a man in their woman. So asking white women for the answers to the test, if you will, I don't see how that's going to help you when you have access to black men to give you all the answers that white women will give you plus more. Because ultimately, you're not trying to marry white women. You're trying to marry black men. So it makes more sense to go to the source if you want to know what you're doing wrong. I'm going to leave it there, though. Hit me with a like if you like what I do. Hit me with a sub if you like what I do. Hit me in them comments. I'll holler at y'all soon. Peace.